Hey y'all, so the Silent Hill 1 remake has just been announced, and I personally am really excited. I've been fascinated in this franchise since seeing Fiznom give Poster a breakdown in response to the reason Konami greenlit Silent Hill 2 remake.
Like, who the hell?
Who the fuck wants it?
Who are you people? Where are you coming from?
Now, I really think they should have remade this first game first, but I say that having only played the first two so far. Though, based on some talking points I've seen and heard on places like Reddit, apparently a large amount of Silent Hill fans haven't played it, even among fans who have actually played any of them, and I think that's a damn shame. So I'm going to explain why I think you should play it. So I know that a lot of people don't love the gameplay of older survival horror games, especially the OG Silent Hill games, due to somewhat clunky combat and aged graphics and voice acting. Personally, I don't think that graphics and acting are that bad most of the time, and while I understand that for some people it's a bigger problem, I think that opening your mind and suspending your disbelief further will really open you up to playing more amazing games and experiencing more great art. Also, I don't really mind the combat, mainly because aside from the bosses, you can just kind of walk past the enemies. Also, you have a lot of bullets. Plus, they're all kind of pushovers, bosses included. To be clear, I do believe that the gameplay was the weakest aspect of both Silent Hill games I've played, but at the same time, I don't think it was bad enough to warrant not playing it over. A major reason I think it's worthwhile to get into is the historical value of it. Of course, there's the value of Silent Hill as a whole being one of the first major horror games, and a massive factor in the development of survival and psychological horror games, but multiply it by being the original of that franchise, on top of just being a fun and interesting story. Speaking of, since I'm sure y'all aren't convinced from just that, I want to go over some of the best elements with as few spoilers as possible. The game starts with widowed single father Harry Mason taking his daughter Cheryl on a vacation to the town of Silent Hill. Now, famously, Silent Hill's strongest element is its atmosphere, facilitated by its simple color and texture. That lack of detail helps make some things more scary and uncanny, as well as amazing sound design and music. And it kept me on edge while playing, despite, after the fact, not really thinking it was that scary. The best area for the atmosphere to me was the school, best facilitated by the bathroom scare. Now, a quick roundup of the characters. Other than the Masons, the first character we meet is Sybil Bennett, a cop also trapped in town trying to figure out what's happening. Though I do wish she was a more active character. Next, Donna Gillespie, a mysterious woman you meet in a church guiding you forward to your destiny. Then, Michael Kaufman, a gruff businessman who clearly knows things he isn't telling you. Lisa Garland, a nurse confining herself to one of the safe rooms of the hospital, trying to help you piece together what's going on. And finally, who of and is. The story also has many interesting twists and turns as you unravel the question of what's happening in and why the town is the way it is. I recommend playing through at least the opening sequence up until you meet Sybil to see if the general vibe is for you. The main thing that got me really invested into Silent Hill is the symbolism, and it doesn't seem like that's going to change with what I've played of Silent Hill 3. I think symbolism is one of the most important elements of any psychological horror story, and Silent Hill has some choice symbolism that had me continuously thinking about them even months after playing them. And while Silent Hill 1 isn't quite as amazing as Silent Hill 2, it still is a very good game with a really great story. So please, seek out this game, and I know that it's hard to find since it's a PS1 game, and not really available digitally, thanks Konami, but I'm sure there are ways. And if it isn't clear yet, I strongly recommend this game, especially if you like psychological horror and survival horror, and especially if you like any of the other Silent Hill games. Thank you for watching. I'm really excited to make more content in the future about Silent Hill, so please, stay tuned.